Not everyone can handle a sim, but some seem to be born for it. Here are the top 10 strongest Venom Symbiote hosts. Eddie Brock has to be here. He is like the one. Plus, he fused Thor's hammer and Silver Surfer's board and then used that powerhouse weapon to defeat Null, the sim god, so he's pretty up there in terms of power. This happened in the King in Black arc, which actually ended with Eddie becoming the god of the Sims after literally crushing the last little bit of Null with his bare hands. But how does one even defeat an all-powerful villain like Null? Well, you start by getting a power boost and transforming into the cosmic version of Venom. You grab Thor's hammer, which shouldn't be possible, and steal Silver Surfer's board, throw those two together, take down a Sim Celestial just for fun along the way, and then grab Null by the scruff of his neck and throw that guy into the sun. Light work, no reaction. Eddie Brock is that guy and will forever be that guy. We got a taste of a Venom-infused Hulk in Absolute Carnage Immortal Hulk, and it looked awesome. Venom is of course super strong on their own, but pair that with the brawn that is the Hulk and the brains of Banner, and that's an unstoppable force, I fear. This mashup happened because Venom was trying to defeat Carnage, and that actually didn't go well. Carnage was able to sever the bond here. Despite not lasting very long, Venom Hulk was awesome and proved himself to be a force of nature, capable of great feats of strength when given the right host. The Captain America of Earth 17,084 is actually Captain Venom, and he is as cool as you were picturing. First appearing at the end of Edge of Venomverse 1, Captain Venom has been hopping across the multiverse collecting powerful Venom variants, one of which we will talk about later. So he has an army to fight against the Poisons. The Poisons were attacking and consuming Sims and their hosts, and you can understand why that might be a problem. Captain Venom, like his 616 counterpart, is a born leader. In the Venom world, he leads the Resistance. Unfortunately, he was assimilated by a poison, but his short run was iconic, and so was the black Captain America suit. Iron Man has also crossed over into Venom territory, and this one is recent, happening in Black Widow Venomous, released this summer. Now, this sim right now is Symbiote, a fusion of Venom and of course the Iron Man armor. It's this creepy android created by Alchemax, and it somehow makes complete sense and also no sense at all. It actually stopped the Black Widow. She wasn't able to complete her mission that she was sent on there. Now, this isn't the first time that Iron Man and a sim have been combined. Tony Stark made the Extreme Biote suit, and it's considered to be one of, if not the most popular and powerful suit he's ever designed. Tony's used that suit on multiple occasions, including in a fight against Carnage. In a twisted turn of fate, half the Guardians of the Galaxy got the chance to experience being Venom within the span of a few hours, but Drax came out on top as the most powerful of the group. Groot was the first to take on the sim and promptly attacked the team. He was quite a sight, a huge, towering figure with Venom tree branches coming out. Fortunately, the Guardians were able to work together and expel the sim. Shortly after, Rocket was possessed, and suddenly the weapon-wielding raccoon was 10 times more dangerous. Despite being very scary, both Rocket and Groot were able to be subdued by the team. The same cannot be said for when the sim latched onto Drax. He took out the whole team, knocked out cold every single one of them, and then as they were sleeping, he piloted them to the planet of the Sims. It wasn't until the ship arrived that Drax was released. Not only was Drax incredibly powerful in this form, he also looked really creepy. This all happened in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Carol Danvers is one host Venom has literally called excellent. Miss Marvel, as she was known as at the time, was helping Spider-Man fight a Venom-infected Mac Gargan. As the fight gets harder, the two heroes brainstorm ways to end it, and Carol helpfully points out that if the guy is getting his powers from the suit, then maybe, just maybe, they should rip his suit off. Great idea in theory, but in practice, having a powerful superhero rip off a sim with her bare hands is not such a great idea, because that sim is just going to jump to the next host, and that was Miss Marvel. Venom really liked having Miss Marvel as their host due to her vast amounts of energy. Now we have a flying, supercharged sim on our hands that is seemingly leaking cosmic energy everywhere, so that's fun. Thankfully, Spider-Man was able to break the pair apart quite quickly by pushing them onto an electrical pole. Thor became the god in Black back when he venomized himself in Thor Volume 6, Issue 28. Thor had been fighting Darkoth, who was already attached to a sim and had his own dark version of Thor's hammer, so the God of Thunder was pretty evenly matched, if not at a disadvantage, and we can't have that, so Thor suggested to Eddie Brock, who was also there for the fight, that he combine with his sim in order to gain the upper hand. Eddie agreed, and the God in Black was born. Through the help of some fiery illusions, Thor was able to defeat Darkoth, and the sim fled the scene to go cause problems somewhere else. Peter Parker, another classic, very powerful Venom host. Peter is so strong in both the mental and physical departments. Like, mentally speaking, he still gets up every day to fight for the city after all the mental strain it's put him under, and physically, he's able to punch off someone's metal jaw, so yeah, he's pretty strong if you ask me. Plus, Peter with the Venom suit is just iconic. No one is touching that black suit. Seeing him don the Venom suit for the first time in Secret Wars was such a great moment. Spider-Man bonding with Venom actually gave the sim an advantage. It won't trigger Spidey's spider sense. This also applies to any offspring of Venoms, making the whole family tree that much harder for Peter Parker to deal with. Ghost Rider was an unexpected host choice, but the pairing ended up literally curing a major weakness of the Sims. One way to gain the upper hand in a fight against a Sim is to use fire or intense heat. Now, you might recall, Ghost Rider is fire. His head literally lights up and he can generate fire from his body. It's a miracle a Sim was even able to bond with him without burning up, and it's a nightmare that they did, because now one major weakness has flown out the window. Also, imagine that coming at you. Plus, he has the Ghost Rider chains augmented by the Sim. I don't think they would have to touch me. I would simply collapse from fear. The Sim obviously wasn't here from the start. Initially, Robbie Reyes was only facing an internal battle with the demonic spirit of his uncle Eli Morrow. A balance was struck between the two, but then Venom came into the picture and Robbie was outnumbered, and he went from Ghost Rider to Host Rider. Robbie's still in there, but rarely holds the reins. Instead, Eli and Venom work together, going around consuming the souls of sinners using a penance kiss. They're a little confused, but you know, they got the spirit. The character exists on Earth 53,912. He was recruited by Captain Venom and was apparently based on a variant cover done for Ghost Rider Volume 8. Now, what could possibly make a Sim stronger than literally fixing a major weakness? Well, it's doing that, but also bonding to Red Hulk. Marvel was wild for this, but it was also really cool. In Venom Volume 2, Issue 13.4, dreams came true in the form of a Venom Red Hulk Ghost Rider mashup. So now, not only is Venom immune to fire again, he also has all the strength of the Hulk. Now things had to get pretty bad to warrant a Ghost Venom Hulk. The reason the opportunity even arose was because the underworld had taken over Las Vegas, and Blackheart, the Demon Prince, was destroying everything. Combining the powers of all three heroes did end up saving the day. Unfortunately, this mashup didn't last very long, but just knowing it's possible is enough. I would love to see Ghost Venom Hulk brought back someday, but what do you think? Let us know. Bye!